They call it the gentleman's game. Crisp white flannels, polite applause, tea breaks at 11. For over 200 years, cricket sold the world one idea, that it was different, cleaner, nobler, bound by a code that other sports could only dream of. They called it the spirit of cricket. But here's the thing about masks. They always slip. Because underneath the pressed collars and the polished leather lies one of the most ruthless battlefields in sport. A game where nations have gone to war, diplomatically at least, over 22 yards of grass. So today, we're pulling the mask off. Is cricket really the gentleman's game? Or is that just a 200-year-old lie we all agreed to believe? Let's go back to where it started. 19th century England, village greens, men in top hats, and a game that was, quite literally, designed for the ruling class. Back then, gentleman wasn't just a compliment, it was a social ranking. Cricket had two kinds of players: the gentlemen, wealthy amateurs who played for love, and the players, working-class men, paid to do the dirty work. Mostly the bowling. Same game, different rules, different changing rooms, different entrances to the field. Even then, the sport was built on a divide. This is the pivot moment of the act. But it was the 1932 Bodyline series that truly shattered the illusion. England was so desperate to stop Don Bradman, arguably the greatest batsman who ever lived, that they ordered their bowlers to aim directly at the batsmen's bodies. Not the stumps, the bodies. It worked, but it nearly broke the British Empire in the process. Australia threatened to cancel the tour. Diplomatic cables flew between governments, all because of a cricket match. The spirit of cricket? It was already burning. Fast forward to today. The flannels are gone. The money is not. Modern cricket is worth billions, and when that much is on the line, the gentleman disappears fast. Let's talk about the moments that prove it. Sandpaper Gate, 2018. Australia, the team that prided itself on playing hard but fair, was caught on camera. A player, yellow sandpaper, illegally roughing up the ball to make it swing. The captain knew. The vice-captain knew. The whole dressing room knew. 3 careers destroyed in one afternoon. Then there's the mankad. A bowler runs out the non-striker, the batter at the other end, who's left their crease too early. Completely legal under the laws of cricket. But the cricket world still treats it like a crime. Why? Because the gentleman's code says you warn them first. This is the irony of it all, but nobody agreed on that code. That's the whole problem. And then, the Bairstow stumping. Lords, 2023. Johnny Bairstow steps out of his crease. He thinks the ball is dead. Australia's keeper doesn't think so. He collects the ball, breaks the stumps. Bairstow is given out. Legal? Absolutely. Gentlemanly? The long room at Lord's, the most sacred room in cricket, erupted. Members, former players, officials, furious, screaming. The home of the gentleman's game had become a war zone. But here's what makes cricket impossible to write off. Sometimes, the spirit actually wins. 2011, England versus India. Ian Bell is run out in bizarre circumstances during the tea break. Completely legal. India had every right to celebrate. Instead, MS Dhoni, in the middle of a fiercely contested test match, withdrew the appeal. It felt wrong, he said. That was it. No rule required it. No law demanded it. He just chose to do the right thing. Then there's Grant Elliott. 2015 World Cup. After hitting the winning runs for New Zealand, he walks over to Dale Steyn, the devastated South African bowler, and helps him off the field. His team had just won. Steyn had just lost, and Elliott chose that moment to show grace. These aren't small gestures. They're choices. Active choices to sacrifice an advantage for the sake of something bigger than the game. That's where the gentleman actually lives. Not in the flannels, not in the rule book. So, is cricket still the gentleman's game? Maybe that's the wrong question. Maybe cricket has always been a game of choices. Every single player who steps onto that 22-yard strip faces the same fork in the road: the letter of the law or the spirit of the sport. Some choose the sandpaper, some withdraw the appeal. And that tension, that constant battle between winning at all costs and honoring something greater, is exactly what makes this game unlike anything else on the planet. So tell me, what do you think? Is the spirit of cricket a vital code that still means something? Or is it just a comforting story we tell ourselves, a polite excuse for losing? Drop it in the comments. I genuinely want to know. And if you want more deep dives into the stories, the scandals, and the soul of sport, subscribe, hit the bell. You know what to do. The gentleman awaits.